Okay, so I'm going to do a super fast video of how to do the unit circle. First, I'm going to show you how to do the first quadrant called the left-hand rule. There are longer videos on this if you want to really do this in detail. I'm going to do it really super quick. And then I'm hopefully going to do a unit circle in like a minute. So the left-hand rule is this. You've got your left hand. Everything over here is some variation of square root something over 2. So everything's going to be like that. Some of these will be simplified. Let me center that a little better. Okay, so you got your left hand. Okay, you got 0, 30, 60, 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. So say I want 45 degrees. Bring that finger down. Well, this is my root part, the square root of 2 over 2. And then my second part is also square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so like if I wanted to do 30 here, this is my 30 finger. I bring that one down. Okay, so this is on the x value, 1, 2, 3, square root of 3 over 2. And then my y value is here. That's square root of 1 over 2, which of course is just 1/2. So we'll rewrite it that way. Same thing with 60. 60 up here. X value is just 1, square root of 1 over 2, which is just 1/2. And then 1, 2, 3 for the y value, square root of 3 over 2. And this actually works for the top and bottom too. For 90 up there, if I do my thumb, the first thing is 0 over 2, which is just 0. And then the second one is 1, 2, 3, 4, square root of 4 over 2, which is really just 2 over 2, or 1. And the same thing down here. This is 4 and 0 when I do my fingers, which is really just 1 and 0. Okay, that's the quadrant. That's really all you need. Everything else is reflections. There's some other stuff you might need to know for unit circle. All right, so unit circle. Here's me doing this as quickly as possible. So I want both degrees and radians on here. So my first thing is I need to just count by 30. So 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. These are going to be a little bit off. I'm doing it fast. 210, 240, 270, 300, 330. Now I'm going to do my 45s by 9, or by 90. So 45, add 90 is 135, add 90. It's 225, add 90 is going to be 315. Okay, those are all my degrees. I'd also like my radians, which means I got to know what radians are. So I start with 0. Pi radians is half a circle. And if I get back, so that's half, and that's 2 pi. Okay, then I know 6/4, thirds, and halves are all fractions, I should know. So now I'm going to do my fractions here. Pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 2. And then your rule is to reflect, and the radians. These are going to be off to start with, but the idea is right. So I'm just reflecting across here. So pi 6, pi 6. I'm going to leave that there, going down. This is pi over 6, pi over 6. You can't see some, oh, you can see these pi. Oh, not pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 3, pi over 4, pi over 6. Okay, these are generally right, but the numerators are off. So my next thing is do my numerators by counting. So I'm going to do my halves first. So I got half, 2 halves, 3 halves, pi. Then I'm going to do my thirds. I got a third, and 2 pi thirds, and 3 pi thirds, and 4 pi thirds, and 5 pi thirds. Okay, I'm going to do my fourths. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, and finally 6. I think it's just easier to realize this is a 6th up, so this is a 6 back. So that would be 6/6. This is 5/6, 7/6. That would be 12/6. So this is 11/6. Now I've got everything in there. So now I can just use my left-hand rule again. Okay, so this is square root of square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. Square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, 1/2. Square root of 3 over 2. And then I'm just going to reflect, and sign. So everything over here are the same numbers, just with negative and positive. Everything down here, so this is negative 1/2 and positive square root of 3 over 2. It's hard to read. If I reflect down, it's going to be negative 1/2 square root of 3 over 2, but those are both negative. And if I reflect across, that's going to be positive 1/2 and negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay, almost filled out. Wasn't quite a minute, but you get the idea. Thanks.